let's understand what regular expressions are and how we can leverage them for text feature engineering. Simply put, regular expressions or regex is a sequence of characters mainly used to find or replace patterns embedded in the text. Let's take an example to get some intuition about regular expressions. I have a list of names of my friends Sunil, Sumit, Ankit, Surjit, and Survi. If we were to select only those names from this list which matched a certain pattern, so say the first two letters are S and U, followed by only three positions that can be taken up by any letter. What do you think? Which names fit this criteria? Let's go one by one. The names Sunil and Sumit fit this criteria as they have S and U in the beginning and three more letters after that. But the rest of the three names are not following the given criteria. One is starting with A, whereas the others have more than three characters post S and U. So what we have done here is we have a pattern or criteria and a list of names. And we're trying to find the names which match the given pattern. That's exactly how regular expressions work. In regular expressions, we have different types of patterns to recognize different strings or characters. The first thing I want to start off with is the concept of a raw string. Python raw string treats backslash as a literal character. Let's see some examples to understand this. As you can see in this code block, we have a couple of backslashes. Now Python treats backslash n as move to a new line. Let me print this out and you'll see what I mean. Here, as you can see, backslash n has moved this path to a new line. So Nathan has become Ethan here and backslash n has disappeared from the path. That's not what we want. So here we use our expression to create a raw string. So I'll print out this code block. And as you can see, we have the entire path that's been printed out here by simply using R here in front of the path. Perfect. So it's always recommended that you use raw strings when you're dealing with regular expressions. Python actually has a built-in module to work with regular expressions called RE. Some of the most commonly used methods from this RE module are re.match, re.search, and re.findAll. So let's look at each method with the help of a simple example. The re.match function returns a match object on success and none on failure. So here we'll first import re and we'll use two variables and use the re.match function. Here analytics is the pattern which we'll use and this is the text that we have. And notice how I've used R here, which we discussed earlier. Alright, so let's print this out and let's see what we get. Alright, so what do you think is the output here? Here analytics is the pattern which is present at the beginning of this text. That's why we get a match here. And when we are using largest as the pattern, it's not present at the beginning. That's why we get none as the output, which again we discussed here. Now since the output of the re.match function is an object, we'll use the group function to get matched expression. So let me just print this out and here we go. Analytics was the matched function that we saw here. Perfect. Let's jump over to the re.search function, which matches the single occurrence of a pattern in the entire string. Notice that I'm saying entire string and not the beginning of the string here. So here as you can see, we have the re.search function. We'll use founded as the pattern and this is the text that we have. So let me run this code. Alright, perfect. The re.search function has matched the single occurrence of founded in this string. The third function is re.findAll. It returns all the occurrences of the pattern from the string. So again, we'll use the same sentence, founded as the pattern and this as the text and print out the result. And since we have founded twice here and here as well, that's why it's been printed out twice. I would recommend using re.findAll as much as you can because it works like both re.search as well as the re.match function. Now we're going to look at some special sequences that come up with regular expressions. These are used to extract different kinds of information from a given text. Let's spend some time understanding how these special sequences work in Python. The first is \b, which returns a match where the specified pattern is at the end of a word. So as you can see in this code block, we'll use the same string we saw earlier, and we'll use the re.findAll function. We'll use ICS as the pattern, and we'll use a special sequence \bl. Let me just print this out. And as you can see here, we have two patterns that have come out. ICS, which is at the end of analytics here as well as here. So let me use another pattern as input. Let's say we use EST and let's see what we get. Alright, we have one instance, one pattern, which is at the end of largest. So that's how \b works. Second is \d, which returns a match when the string contains digits, basically numbers from 0 to 9. So this is the string we're going to use, 2 million monthly visits in Jan 19. So we'll use the re.findAll function. We'll use, again, as I mentioned, \d as a special sequence, and str is a string which we mentioned here. Let me print this out. Perfect. 2, 1 and 9, as you can see here, are the digits that have been generated from this function. But is that what we want? Because 19 here is together and we have 1 and 9 as separate output here. Let's see how we can combine it together. All we have to do is use the plus sign in front of the \d. That's all we need to do. And here, as you can see, we get 19 together. Perfect. Let's look at the third special sequence. \d, which returns a match when the string does not contain any digit. Basically in contrast to the \d we saw earlier. So again, we'll use the same string and we are inputting \d here, and let me print this out. Perfect. We've got all the strings where there are no digits. But similar to \d, we're getting individual strings here. Let's put this together again. We're getting individual characters here. So how do I get the combined characters like we're seeing in this string? I'm simply going to use plus again to get this. And as you can see, we have million monthly visits here. 2 and 19 has been removed by the \d function. Perfect. The fourth special sequence is \w, which helps in extraction of alphanumeric characters only. What are alphanumeric characters? These are characters from E to Z, digits from 0 to 9, and the underscore character. So again, using the same string, I'll just print this out. And again, these are the alphanumeric characters that we are getting. Perfect. And similar to what we've seen earlier, we want all of these to come together, like in these words, right? So again, we'll use the plus function. That's all we need to do. And we have the alphanumeric characters that make much more sense now. The final special sequence we'll see is, you guessed it, \W, which returns a match at every non-alphanumeric character. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. You're very familiar with this notation by now. Perfect. We have every non-alphanumeric character. We have an empty space. We have an exclamation mark. Perfect. Now let's look at some meta characters that are used in regular expressions. Meta characters are characters with a special meaning. If you're wondering what that means, don't worry, we are about to find out. The first meta character we look at is a dot. It basically matches any character. So we're going to use this string. Rohan and Rohit recently published a research paper. So what dot will do is, it'll search for a string that starts with RO, as we are mentioning here, followed by a certain number of characters. Now, how many characters should it search for? Well, that will depend on the number of dots that we are giving. Let me print out this code block and we'll see. Here we go. Since we only gave one dot here, that's why we've only got one character in the first, in X. In X2, we've given 3 dots. That's why we have Rohan and Rohit as the output. In the second meta character, we look at the caret. So let's see what that is. We'll use a simple data signs as a string here, and we'll put data as the pattern after the caret meta character. Let's see what that does. Alright, so what caret has done is, it's checked if the string started with the data, the pattern that we gave. So if I put signs here, let's see what happens. It says no match because our string started with data and not with signs. That's how the caret meta character works. Let's try with another different string. We have big data as a string here, and we're using data as the pattern. Let me print this. Again, there's no match because the string is starting with big, and we'll just verify that by using big here. And yes, as you can see, the output is the string does start with data. Perfect. The third meta character is the dollar sign, which checks if the string ends with a given pattern. So let's print this code block, and we get no match because we used with as the pattern here. Now, if I use signs here, I get yes, the string ends with signs. What do you think will happen if I use data as the pattern? Will we get a match or not? We don't, because the dollar sign checks if the string ends with signs, not with data. The fourth meta character is the asterisk. It matches for 0 or more occurrences of the pattern to the left of the asterisk. So here's the string we're going to be working with, and this is the pattern we're looking for. Basically, check if the string contains EA followed by 0 or more S characters and ending with Y. Let me print out this code block and see what the result is. Okay, so we have these three strings. Interestingly, we don't have EY in the output. Why do you think that is? Because EY does not contain the pattern that we're looking for. There's no EA here. The fifth meta character is plus, which matches 1 or more occurrences of the pattern to the left of plus. Just want to highlight here that asterisk was 0 or more occurrences, plus matches 1 or more. It's very important to understand this. So we'll use the same string, and again we'll check if the string contains EA followed by 1 or more S characters and ends with Y. So we'll print this out, and again this time we get these first two strings. We don't get EAY and EY. Why? Because EAY does not contain any instance of the S character, and EY we already established before. That's why only EASY and this string have been given as output. The next meta character is the question mark, which matches 0 or 1. Emphasis 0 or 1 occurrence of the pattern to the left of the meta character. And again, we'll search if the string contains EA followed by 0 or 1 occurrence of the S character and ends with Y. So let me print this out. And interestingly, this time we get EZ and EAY in the output. We don't get this. Why do you think that happened? Because remember, the question mark meta character is matching 0 or 1 occurrence of the pattern, and S is occurring multiple times here. That's why it's not being generated in the output. And the final meta character we look at is the pipe operator, which is basically the either or operator. So we look at a different string now. We'll use Analytics Vidya is the largest data science community of India. We'll use the pipe operator here to check if the string contains either data or India. And of course there is one match because both of those words are present here. Let's try with a different string. Now we'll use this string and check again if the string contains either data or India. So let me print this out. There is a match, but we are only getting data here and not India because it's not present in the string.